Hello there. My movie recapped here. Today, I'm going to explain a Korean action comedy film called Justice High. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. At the beginning of the movie, a high school girl named Jenny is walking down the hallway. Students cheer for her. Jenny is a short-tempered and cannot take it when people are bullying the one which is weaker than them. She has recently beaten up some guys for the same reason, and has been suspended for getting into too many fights. The guys stop her outside the school, but they're too scared to anger her. They simply ask her to keep her promise and never return to the school. Jenny's father Brack is a black belt in karate who owns a judo training institution. Because of his influence, she has been trained in several forms of martial arts from a young ages. This is also the reason why she never loses when she fights with the bullies. The father and daughter go to a new school to be transferred. The teacher accepts Jenny's admission, but asks her to attend the school after a week because of the midterm examination. She also warns Jenny against fighting, because only last week, a bully was suspended for violent behavior. Her father explained that Jenny is not a bully. In contrast, she likes to fight the bullies because they tortured the weaker one. After the meeting, Jenny is annoyed at her father for telling the teacher about her past. Brack explains that there are bound to have bullies in the new school as well. Hence, Jenny must learn to have patience and compromise. Outside the school premises, a group of students is beating up a guy named Alex, just because he refused to let them cheat on his paper in a test. Jenny filmed a video of the commotion, but was spotted by one of the guys in the process. She initially just wants to take the bullying to the principal and solve it the right way. However, when the girls threaten to beat her up, she resorts to her old ways. She dodges their attacks efficiently and fight them with a little to no effort. Alex is stunned to see someone so brave and powerful. A week later, it's Jenny's first day at school. The guys who are beaten up by her are also in her class. They turned around, trying to avoid her, embarrassed by the fact that they were defeated by a girl. Jenny notices that Alex is also one of her classmates. He is delighted to meet her again and tries to start a conversation, but Jenny ignored him. After school, he approaches her and thanks her for saving him, but Jenny orders him to stay away from her if he is really thankful. In the following scene, we see Alex's mother serving a mean customer in their restaurant. The man is drunk and refuses to pay for the food. When the man pushes her to the ground, Alex steps up to help her mother. However, the customer gets aggressive and hit him as well. In the end, they walked away without paying. Alex's father was died a few years ago, and ever since, they've been getting such customer quite often. Since they cannot defend themselves, the mother and son are often physically abused. The next day at school, a popular senior girl named Shannon stops Jenny in the hallways and asks for her phone. She wants to delete the video of her friends bullying Alex the other day. When Jenny refuses, Shannon raises her hand to slap her. But Jenny, with her fast reflexes, snatches it and shut her to the floor. By the end of it, Shannon is left humiliated in front of everyone. Later that day, Alex approaches Jenny again and asks her to teach him how to fight. At first, she is reluctant, but when he reveals that he wants to protect his mother, she brings him to his father's judo class. Brack makes him to fill out the form and invites him to join the class starting the next day. He even handed Jenny some money for bringing a new student. Then we are introduced to the president of the school student council, Ron. The principal praises him for handling his position well, but in reality, all the bullies of the school are Ron's minions. He supports them and saves them when things get out of hands. Ron is looking to join a local gang soon. He's best friends with a guy named Harry. They have known each other since their childhood. The two started to fight people as a form of self-defense. But lately, Ron has changed. Harry doesn't hitting and mugging the students for no reason, which has caused a rip in their relationship. One day, they are in Ron's office when Shannon comes in complaining about Jenny. She wants them to teach her a lesson for humiliating her. The three are in a love triangle, where Ron likes Shannon, but she likes Harry. The guys promise to punish Jenny for disrespecting Shannon. After school, Alex goes to the judo class. Only a minute into the training, he realizes that it isn't going to be easy. He is made to do push-up, skip and stretch to the best of his ability. Jenny keeps him company and trains with him, forcing him to do better. Alex is so sore from the practice that he can barely walk to school the next day. Jenny makes fun of him, saying that it will get tougher with time. During the break, Teo guys called Jenny to run to the office. She meet Ron and Harry, and realizes that they have called her because of the dispute with Shannon. Even though they are powerful seniors, Jenny isn't intimidated by them in the least, which pique Harry's interest. When asked why she shut Shannon, she confidently answers that she's only defending herself. She also tells them about the 4 students who gang up on Alex. Ron is infuriated by her behavior, but Harry asked her to apologize. She does so, and leave, even though it was clear that she doesn't mean it. Because Harry cuts his word, Ron tries to call her out, but she has dismissed. Although Ron is the president, people respect Harry more than him, much to high annoyance. Then, we see Alex and Jenny in the judo class. Alex thinks that it's strange that she doesn't have any friends, despite that she's smart, beautiful and strong. Jenny asks Alex to stop fattening. The answer is that letting people into her life will only give them the power to walk out of it. Alex then tells out that memories will stay even if people leave. Jenny is touched by his words, but doesn't expresses it. In the evening, Ron, Shannon, Harry and their group go to a restaurant to welcome Chris, the guy who was suspended for bullying. They drink, smoking and have fun except Harry, who doesn't feel comfortable talking about beating people up. At the party, Ron is clearly jealous that Shannon likes Harry instead of him. When he and Harry are alone, he revealed that he is joining a gang. He's already met the leader, but is yet to pay money to get in. Harry calmly tells him that this is not a good idea, but what he doesn't listen, they get into altercation. The next day at school, a gangster named Tay comes to meet Ron. He treats to the entrance fee as soon as possible. Tay is more powerful than all of his minion combined, so Ron is caught around him. Although Ron sees dying to be in the gang, Tay wants Harry to join them. He knows what Harry is capable of, and even offer to excuse the entrance fee for him. However, Harry takes him off and walk away. When Tay leaves, Ron is angry and in the mood to hit someone. Coincidentally, he shoots Alex and asks Chris to bring him in the office. 2 boys approach Alex and terrorized him to come with them. Harry stopped them, and asked them to refuse Ron's order. Chris sees this and beat Harry up, for to act like he is higher than Ron. Just then, Jenny arrived and asked Alex to go to judo class quickly. When Chris stops her, she beat him up. Harry is in shock, to see that she can fight better than him. He finds her even more attractive than he did earlier. Later he asked Alex to take him to Brack's judo class, and enroll to train with Alex and Jenny. On the first day, Jenny asks him why he is being so nice to them when he is also part of the Bullies. Harry claims that he has left that group, and wants to learn to defend himself. The next day, Jenny and Shannon bump into each other on the stairs. Shannon calls her out for not wishing her a good morning, even though she's a senior. Harry interrupts them and asks Jenny to go to her class. In anger, Shannon questions him why he is so distant lately. She confesses her love to him and complains about him not picking up her calls. Harry, however, clearly tells her that she is only a friend. That evening, Jenny and Harry are alone in the class. She asks him about his true intention. He mentions that he used to box when he is in middle school, and just want to continue his training. Knowing that he used to be a bully, Jenny decides to teach him a lesson and challenges him in a boxing match. Initially, Harry tries to intimidate her, but cannot make a single hand. She defeats him easily and tells him that power without justice is merely violence. In following scene, Ron gets a call from Tay, who pressures him to hand in the entrance money. Starting that day, Ron and his minions threaten and terrorize the kids in the school to collect money. Alex sees them troubling one of his classmates, and tries to stop bullies. However, he is still not trained enough to overpower them. Hence, they beat him up. After that, he goes to judo class and tells Brack everything that is happening in school. The scene is followed by a montage of Alex and Harry working hard to train. They form a healthy competition between each other, which helps them even more. One day, Brack goes to another town for work, leaving the kids on their own. They go to the movies and then to the arcade, and have a lot of fun. Following that, Harry takes them into his favorite place, which happens to be Alex's mother's restaurant. She is overjoyed that her son finally has friends. On their way back home, Harry and Jenny stop by a grocery store. While talking, Harry reveals that his boxing teacher used to physically abuse him every day. It took him 2 years to get out of the toxic environment. He was sad and lonely when he became friends of peoples who are bad influence. Jenny understands that he is willing to change and is ready to help him with the process. The next day at school, Harry asks Ron what he is up to. Ron reveals that he already paid the gang leader and has joined them. Starting tomorrow, he is going to work under them, and then the gang will be ruling the entire school. Harry is furious at his friend and asks him to change his decision. The two get into an argument which turns into a physical fight with no time. In anger, Ron threatened to hurt Jenny, knowing that Harry likes her. Later, Ron asks Shannon to help him capture Jenny. In turn for her, he'll help her get Harry. While Jenny is in the classroom, she gets a text from Shannon, who calls her to the student council's office. On reaching there, she is served a drug tea. When Jenny is about to drink the tea, Shannon pushes it away, realizing that what she is doing is wrong. Ron barges in and slaps Shannon for not going through with the plan. Then, Chris traps Jenny in a headlock, and Ron throws a few punches on her. She struggles to breath in the hold and cannot defend herself. Somewhere else, Alex overhears the bullier on his class talking about Ron and Jenny. He realizes that she is in trouble. He runs to tell Harry. Harry calls Ron, who asks him to come in the school if he wants to save her. Upon reaching the school auditorium, Harry and Alex are surrounded by Chris and his minions. The bullies attach them. But this time, the two are trained to defend themselves. By the WND of the fight, they manage to defeat all of the bullies. After that, they rush to the student council's office and sees Ron tied up Jenny to a chair. He threatens to kill her if the guys come closer or try to call the police. He then makes Harry kneel in front of him and kicks him repeatedly. Alex steps forward and uses the trick he was taught by Brack. However, Ron overpowers him eventually. Now, Jenny has managed to free herself and is ready to fight with Ron. Ron might be stronger than the guys, but in comparison to Jenny, he is only a mere bully. She showers him with attack and beat him easily. In the last scene, we see that Brack's judo class has several women trainees learning self-defense. Alex and Jenny wait for their turn, while Harry is enrolling a teenager in the class. Thank you for watching. For more video like this, please subscribe to our channel.